Let's talk about a unit who can get the job done in style. If you like Don Heng's design or want to know how to use him, I've got you covered. His basic attack deals wind damage to a single enemy. His skill is a single target wind attack that applies a 2-turn slow if it crits. His ultimate is a single target attack that does more damage if the enemy is slowed. His talent gives him a wind resistance penetration buff if an ally targets him with anything, be it skill or ultimate. His technique out of combat gives him an attack buff for 3 turns. All in all, his kit leans towards high single target damage, with methods to increase his own damage output. His traces, which you can think of like passives, are much appreciated quality of life changes that highlight his playstyle. Hidden Dragon makes him draw less enemy attacks at lower HP. High Gale allows his basic attacks to deal more damage to slowed enemies. And Faster Than Light gives him a chance to increase his speed for 2 turns after any attack. For light cones, I highly recommend using River Flows in Spring. Everyone gets a copy early into the story, and its damage plus speed buffs go a long way on Don Heng. The Battle Pass Light Cone Return to Darkness is fantastic due to the crit chance it provides, while giving Don Heng buff removal. His signature Light Cone Only Silence Remains is also a no-brainer, due to it giving crit rate and attack only when there's 2 enemies or less in the field. Of course, any 5-star Light Cone for hunt units, like in the Night, also works well on him due to the fact they have higher base stats, which translates to more damage. Don Heng's Eidolons are also pretty solid. E1 gives him crit rate on low HP enemies, which allows him to do a skill into alt combo more frequently for big damage. E2 reduces his talent cooldown by 1. This gives him more access to said talent more often for more damage. E3 is more levels for his skill and basic attack, which is good enough. E4 is his best Eidolon by far in my opinion. When his ultimate defeats an enemy, he essentially gets another action. E5 is more levels for his ultimate and talent, which is nice. E6 increases the slow from his skill from 12% to 20%. Welt, a 5-star debuffer, can only slow by 10%, granted he does it a lot easier than he can. Okay, I'll cover relics and here's a very brief disclaimer. This game is very new as of recording, so no one really has the best relics and substats to use, which is totally fine. Just use what you can and it will be fine, I promise. Musketeer Wild Wheat is a general offensive set increasing attack and speed, so you can't really go wrong with it. However, if you do plan on taking Don Heng all the way, the Eagle of Twilight line is an amazing set for him. The extra wind damage is great, but the 4-piece bonus allows his ultimate to move him farther up in the turn order, giving his ultimate a pseudo-Sela effect where he can get another turn much sooner. When it comes to teammates, Don Heng wants people to cast their skills on him. Characters like Ting Young, Bronya, and March 7th are fantastic at providing meaningful buffs to their skills. This translates to easy talent activation for Don Heng. His biggest weakness is his lack of AoE. Serval, Herda, and Clara are great for their large-scale attacks to clear out weaker enemies, so Don Heng can focus on the large ones. Getting hit is inevitable, so taking a defensive option in Natasha or March 7th is a must to survive wave after wave. A potent team comp that Don Heng shines in is F2P friendly. I'll be using March 7th, Natasha, and Serval to cover everything a battle could throw at me. If you want to know more about combat and team building basics, watch this video.